Hello, I'm here to help you out with some things on WebClass. When we're putting materials into the WebClass LMS, it's very easy to create a long list of materials, quizzes, assignments, even bulletin boards. And this long list can get really unwieldy. It can get really long and difficult for students to find what they should be working on. So I'd like to show you a couple hints on how you can make the layout a little bit more clean in your WebClass classes. So the first tip that I have is to use what are called labels to organize your class materials. When you're in WebClass and you create a material, there's a title. But above that is something called a label. You don't need to fill it out, but it will help. So you can use this label to organize different materials into one group. You could organize it by the type, like I have here, all your lectures in one area, all the quizzes in one area, or you could organize it by week or content that you're covering in the class. So I personally try to keep it organized by week because my students are probably thinking about what they need to do week by week. So let's take a look at how that works in WebClass. Okay, we are now in one of my empty classes. I created a few different materials here just to demonstrate. So imagine this is only 4 items, but over the course of 15 weeks, this could be a really large list. So instead of this, when you create material, example, we'll just create a textbook material. In this label area, you can put in some label that you're going to reuse. Example, I'll use week 1. And generally when I'm putting something up for the first time, I'm going to hide it from my users until I'm ready for them to use it. I'm going to skip all this for now. Just create it. So now you can see that there's a block up here with week 1 and the homework. So anything that has a week 1 label will be within that box. So by using labels, you can get all of your materials kind of grouped in a logical way. But sometimes you forget to add a label, or you need to move things around a little bit. So within WebClass, you can also reorder how all the materials are listed in the class. So the default, every time you create new materials, the newest material will be at the bottom of the list. Now, I don't think that's so good for the students. They have to scroll through everything to find what's current. So what I recommend is things that you are working on that week or very soon or just finished. Things that are basically now. Keep them at the top of the class so that they're very easy to find right when the students log in. So I'll show you how to do that just now. Okay, so we're back in the web class. So instead of create material, there's one other link right below it called reorder or labeling materials. So this gives you something a little bit like a Windows kind of File Explorer view. So you can change the order, well, maybe the lecture should be at the beginning. Discussion should be after that. So you can change the sequence of these. Oh, you can also, like Windows Explorer, you can move them into a folder. So your labels will act as folders. You can also create new labels from this view right here. Then save changes. And now we can see that our materials have been grouped. This is good for your students. It's easier for them to see, but it's also very good for you if you want to copy something from one class to another class. So imagine I want this same material in all of my Monday classes. These three dots here, we can select all of the materials for the label. So we can copy these all at one time. Okay, select all of them. Going to copy to another course. So make sure that we're copying to the correct semester, not the previous semester. There we go. And there is one chunk of materials, for example, 1 week's worth of materials that we could copy to another class. So to wrap up, by using labels, you can make it easier for your students to find the material you want them to work with, and you can make it much easier for yourself to change dates and to copy materials all at once, rather than doing it one material at a time. And that's it. So thank you.